Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Xenonauts 2. We have a critical mission to complete in this video. We are going after the cleaner leader who is hanging out on the Florida Peninsula. Is it a peninsula? I think it is. Whatever. And this is a big one. We need to capture him if we can. We'll get minus 25% doomsday for doing so. We'll also get a potential up to 200 operations points. That's pretty hard to do. Maybe get 30 if we're lucky. And if we fail this, we'll get plus 10% doomsday. So we really want to complete this mission. A couple of things before we commit to it. I did have a few people suggest that we let the timer spin up and we allow the engineering team to complete a few more suits of Warden armor, since it takes 13 hours to make a suit and we have 2 days and 23 hours before this mission expires, giving us a lot of time to build suits and go in. I did consider that, but one of the things that doesn't take into account is doomsday, and we're really struggling with the doomsday counter at the moment. I've managed to save up 131 operations points. This mission should at least get us minus 25% doomsday, which means that we could potentially use this to reduce tension and get ourselves a security agent to reduce the doomsday increase per day, which will make our current income of 12.5 even more powerful and allow us to slowly turn the tide and snowball. So as much as it would be nice to hang around and get the Warden armor, tactically it is the correct decision. Strategically, it makes more sense to go now, play a tight mission, and capitulate for a better win in the future, if that makes sense. A couple of other questions have come up. Some people have been asking us why we haven't done any autopsies yet. That is because Gaius Baltar has not learned how to cut up an alien. He's currently working on that. It's going to take him another 6 days and 15 hours to understand how to apply Scalpel to chitin. So that's why we haven't done any of those yet. And someone else has also been asking why we haven't got any aircraft missiles yet. Aircraft missiles cost 250,000 cash money bucks to create, and I'm trying to save as much money as I can for that medical center. We need this as soon as possible. Those are the main things. A couple people are asking about not using shields. It's mostly about mobility. Some people wanted to know what my primary stats were when I'm picking soldiers. So this is the team that we're bringing into this mission. It's not the perfect team. We have every single uninjured soldier with us on this mission, and actually having to take 2 injured soldiers with us as well. But essentially the stats I look for when I'm building teams are quite straightforward. For riflemen and snipers, it's always accuracy, with reflexes coming in a second. Reflexes being their chance basically to perform reaction fire. For shield soldiers, it's always going to be strength. They're usually, this is the bottom of the barrel stuff at the moment though, because I don't have anyone else available. For assault, it's always the units that have the highest amount of TU, which means they can get into place. You'll notice that both Asteria and Toasted Waffles here have very bad accuracy, but the shotgun actually gains a bonus to accuracy at short range, so the low accuracy doesn't matter too much if you're using a shotgun. It's a great way to reuse those units. For Grenadiers, it's mostly strength and accuracy, but we don't really have that here in Cervical, so we're just relying on raw strength, and that's really the main things I look at. In terms of the actual team for this mission, I've got SPK and Marvin Indy coming along with shields. They're obviously going to drop their shotguns at the start of the mission. Unfortunately, neither of them are that strong, so they can only carry 1 smoke grenade with them, but they are both running rebreathers. I've got Asteria Vox and Toasted Waffles coming as assaults with as many grenades as I can put on them, especially as many smokes as I can put on them. I also have them taking stun batons. There is a bonus, if I remember correctly, to this mission, where if we manage to stun and extract with the VIP, we get more resources. So I'm going to try and do that if I can. I also have Sorbical along as a Grenadier to help me in that. Unlike previous missions, she's not coming preloaded with smoke rounds. I've actually got the explosive rounds in her launcher at the start. Her main job in this mission is to destroy enemy cover. If this mission, again, is the one I think it is, there's not going to be a lot of cover on the map, and there's going to be a lot of buildings. So rather than going through the doors, we're just going to make our own doors and blow up the walls and try and breach in through the sides of the building or the front of the building and get at that juicy VIP in the center as fast as possible. Then I've got Mishaps, Cam the Wizard, and Fat Newbie 2 coming back as riflemen. Fat Newbie is normally our sniper, but I'm bringing them as a rifleman for this mission because I think I need more mobility. They are all coming with heavy armor, which means they can't carry much in the way of equipment, and I also want them all to have medkits, because looking back on my previous videos, it feels like every time we get hit, we're made to bleed. I did really want to bring an MG on this mission, but I just couldn't find the slot in the party for it, where it's a support weapon, and the only support weapon I could find a slot for was the grenade launcher and the shields. I couldn't find room for a 4th out of the 8 people that we have. When we get the Sky Ranger upgrade, it will move us up to 10, and that will make things a little bit simpler, but right now we're just not able to bring that 9th person along there. We're always going to be number 9, which is a bit of a sad thing. Alright, we're suited up. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention just really quickly. We do have one suit of armor. It has been given to Asteria Vox. Hopefully she can make up for her first mission performance. I hope that wasn't too loud. I have a piece of cardboard up behind my desk to stop my voice from echoing, and it just fell down. I'll fix it while the map is loading. Let's jump into the mission and see how we do. I will see you... Well, I won't see you on the battlefield yet. We need to fly over there. We need to make sure that we don't arrive at night, but it looks like we'll be fine. And it's just, I'm moving now because of the Doomsday, essentially. If we wait enough time for us to wait for this mission to almost expire and build enough suits, we will actually have hit Doomsday. And I want the minus 25% reduction from this mission as soon as possible. It'll make the maths easier on when I can afford a security consultant. Alright, we've made it. It's daytime. Let's land in Florida and find out what we're dealing with. I'll see you on the front line. Okay, here's the mission briefing. Finding and eliminating the leader of this command post should effectively shut down cleaner activity in the local region. The VIP is likely to be located in the largest building. Additionally, the area likely contains valuable data that may grant our organization additional operations points. The victory conditions are to kill the VIP, or we can stun the VIP and carry them back to the dropship. I would like to try and do that if I can, but this mission is very difficult if I remember correctly, so I may need to scrub that and just kill him. Loss conditions are that we evacuate without having killed or captured the VIP, or we'll die. In very important thing here, it is not possible to win this mission by eliminating all hostiles. Enemy reinforcements will spawn continually from turn 9. There are cleaner computers here like there were on that previous mission where we can harvest data sticks from. That is not a high level objective for me right now. We have to try and get this VIP. That is the parameter that gets us 30 operations points. That's the same as 6 data sticks. So he is just massively valuable. Let's begin the mission. If it's the type of map I think it is, I really hate the deployment point on these maps. It's very, very, very difficult to start the mission. Fingers crossed we get a good deployment. This is the secure processing area of the docks. Smart place to put a regional control center. This may explain how our enemies are able to smuggle equipment around the globe with such ease. Yeah. Sweep the area, find the leader, and eliminate them. Intel reports suggest that they're in the largest building. Grab whatever data you can from the computers too. Oh, and enemy reinforcements won't be long. Don't hang about. Okay. Well, we could already see oh, wow, what a start. That's brutal. Okay, so we are in a dock yard. It looks like we are not near the edge of the map. The edge of the map is here on this side, and the edge of the map is here on this side. So we're in the middle center of the map. Generally with this type of layout, the enemy VIP is over here. I know this type of landing zone very well. There's basically a fence like this all the way around this loading dock with a few small holes in it. So basically we have these gaps we need to defend whilst also pushing in this direction. Starting off with this guy up here is fascinating. I don't know why there is a cleaner agent standing on top of a container, but that is what the game has decided to give us. He's facing this way, so I can make a few opening moves without attracting his attention. I just need to check this corner here, and as much of this area here for enemies. There's also this area here, this area here. There's potentially enemies behind these containers here, here, and maybe even here as well. We need to be really careful and not make any assumptions about how safe this deployment zone is. So I'm gonna get Cam to step out. Look this way. Okay, there's nobody behind us. That's good. And then look this way. Okay, nobody out here. And I want him to focus on this direction. So Cam's going to hold here. He's got really good line of sight through here. You can also see anyone coming through this area here. Anyone coming around the corner here, he will get a shot at as well. He's only blind to this direction here, which is a problem. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with Mishaps here. So Mishaps is going to step forward. She's going to check this way. Okay, we've got the base of the map here as well, so we don't have to worry about anyone flanking us from over here. We're going to check this way. Okay, this looks pretty clear. She also has a shot on this guy, so if we want to open fire on him, we can. We probably want to make sure we're killing him if we shoot him, though, because he's a new class of cleaner agent. He only has an MP5, but he has body armor, which means he'll probably take 1 or 2 shots to kill. It might be better to flashbang him before we engage, because what's going to happen is if I shoot at him, he will turn and fire back. Although, with the SMG, he may not actually have the range to hit Mishaps. I may take that shot now. I might think I'm going to... I'm not going to bother... I'll crouch Mishaps, because it doesn't matter either way. We're not going to get a second shot here. Let's take the shot. That's a hit, but no return fire. We'll take the second shot. Okay. Okay, I understand why he got that second shot. It's because the first shot made him turn around. The second shot gave him line of sight. I didn't really want Mishaps to be shot in the head, but that's just how that happened. That does mean that I now have a shot on him with Fat Newbie 2, which should hopefully kill him. We need to get this shield out of the way first, though. Let's get this shield out of the dropship to start with. I'm just going to move you here and look this way. No new enemy contacts. That means I want you to come up to here. And then I want you to drop your shotgun here, so it's actually a little bit easier to get hold of, rather than it being in the Sky Ranger. Now look this way. Okay, we've got a hole in the fence here that leads into a building. There's nothing over here we really need to worry about. I'm just going to need you to turn around here, hold this corner for me for the moment. This shield, I'm going to get to run to this wall and then set up here, but I want them to drop their shotgun in the Sky Ranger, because they've got a longer run to do. So if you could run to here for me, I don't like that route. Just run it. And then face this way. That just means if anyone comes to this window or this doorway, I have a shield facing them. Fat Newbie 2 is now free to fire. They've got a 91% chance to hit with this shot. They could also burst fire for 35 times 3. I think they've got the kill, and they've got 2 shots at 91%. So, and this guy is not going to be able to return fire. Okay, that second shot I think hit the roof of the Sky Ranger, and this guy is still alive. That's what I meant about these cleaner agents being a lot tougher. They can take quite a lot of damage before they die. We're going to have to finish this guy off with a grenade now because I cannot risk shooting at him with shotguns. So I'm going to get Asteria to run to here, and then I want her to throw a shotgun up here. She's got a 100% chance of landing that grenade shot. So let's hope she doesn't fluff it like she did in the first mission. Okay, we've managed to kill 1 cleaner agent so far. Asteria, I want you just, if you can, to turn and face this way and stack up with this shield. We're then going to get Sorbical, not quite yet. We're going to get Toasted to stack up with this shield. And I actually want you to watch this way just very slightly. I'm a little bit worried about this angle here because Mishaps can't watch it for us this turn. We've still got Sorbical. I want to bring her up to stack up with the team. All right, everyone has acted. I'm going to get Cam... I've got Cam facing this way. Again, I'm just worried about this angle here. Just to make sure we're a little bit safer, I'm going to get you to look this way. And I'm going to get you to look this way. Just to give me a little bit more vision. And I think that's all we can really do this turn. Fat Newbie's out of AP. Cam is ready for reaction shots. Mishaps can't do anything. Next turn, we're going to come around this corner. We're going to work out what's here. If this is the building we need to engage. And we're going to go from there. Go from there. We can also make use of this container by climbing on top, but the problem with that is, as you saw, it makes you very easy to spot and makes you a prime target to be shot at. There's no cover on top of these containers. It's good to put a sniper up here, but we don't have a sniper on this mission. Okay, I'm going to move SPK out and turn. This looks like the building. It looks very official. I'm going to move SPK to here. We have another armored cleaner agent there, but let's not be complacent. I'm going to step forward 1 and look. Okay, it looks like we're clear on this side of the building. We still don't know what is going on here, though, which is a potential threat. What we could do is get a rifleman, like 2 riflemen behind this. This is good cover, and they could suppress this. I also maybe want to drop a grenade here to hurt this guy with Sorbical. We still need to find out what's going on here, though, so I'm going to bring SPK to here. And that's what I was worried about. That didn't hit them, though. Where was that shot from? There's a guy out in the open. He's just an ordinary soldier. I'm not too worried about him. Okay, Sorbical. You can't fire a grenade launcher from where you are because you're too close to the wall. If I bring you back to here, you can chuck a grenade over the wall, but there's only a 58% chance to hit. You also need 36 TU for a decent shot. From there, you've got a 62 to hit, and you'll hit the guy standing there, but that'll leave you with no cover. For the next turn, which I don't really like unless we end up smoking this area here. The other option is I run you to here where you've got a 26. That's at 48. It's not ideal, but we could open that doorway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Asteria. Oh, that's quite a fun path. I think we will take that. It'll give me a little bit of vision as we cross over. Okay, and then that's them out of the way. We also need to look at this here. So first things first, Mishaps. Did anyone sneak up behind us last turn? Mishaps is basically going to sit behind this and hold this, hold this angle for most of this mission. But for now, I want her to move to here because I don't want her coming around the corner with so little TU. We also need to clear this side with Cam. This is really dangerous because we've got this little area here where I've got no cover or protection to actually check out. What I could do is put Cam here, though, and Cam's got full, like, Cam can watch everything, and if someone comes around the corner, they're at least not shooting Cam in the back. So I'm going to come and just hold this angle with Cam. So Cam is basically going to be here for a little while, but I would like to bring him forward if I can. Fat Newbie 2, I want in cover behind this forklift truck, and then Sorbical will go here. So let's set that up. I'm going to bring Sorbical to here first. Okay, and then I think I might have messed up Fat Newbie. Yeah, no, Fat Newbie's okay. They just need to use a little bit more TU to get here. Okay, I want to smoke this guy after I grenade it. So the only person I've got left who can throw a smoke is Toasted, who can put a smoke here. That'll just protect us from fire from the enemy. The other option is I wait till next turn to go live. But this guy is going to turn around and basically shoot us from this window if I don't do something this turn. What I would like to do is just check this area here with our shield. So I'm going to move you here, then here, then here. Check this way. Okay, we're clear. And now check this way. Okay. Unless there's somebody standing here, we should be pretty safe in this area. I'm going to get you to come to this window, and then I'm going to get... This is actually a really great position here. I'm going to get Toasted to run to here. And we will just confirm this is clear. Cool, it is. So we've got a gap in the wall here, and we've got the team set up here. We've got everybody kind of in position. I'm not super happy about these two riflemen being out of the fight, if I'm being completely honest. I'm maybe being overly cautious by bringing them back here. We may just see that once we start making noise out here, things go loud, and we don't actually need them at the back. I'm going to crouch SPK just to give them a little bit of defense. I do want to launch this grenade with Sorbical to here. But I don't have a follow. Actually, I've got a follow-up from Asteria. Asteria can smoke. How far can she throw that smoke grenade? So she can smoke in this area, which is perfect, because this is the guy I want to make sure doesn't shoot us. So let's start with Sorbical. Fat Newbie can crouch. Sorbical is doing a normal shot, so she can crouch as well. That gives us a little bit more accuracy. Let's fire the explosive grenade. If it hits this forklift truck or this enemy tank and explodes and kills us, I'm going to be really sad. Okay, that was a really unfortunate deviation, but it was a 50% chance, so I can't be too angry. That was a good smoke grenade, though. That was exactly where I wanted to put it. So he's now shooting through smoke or running through smoke to get to us. Everybody else is in position. I'm not going to crouch Asteria because she needs to move next turn. Toasted doesn't have enough TA to do anything. We've got Marvin Innie covering this window. I'm actually going to turn him to face this way, so he's going to shield right up against the wall. And I think that's everything for this turn. We're taking this nice and slow. But we can't take it too slow because we do need to catch the enemy. I'm pretty sure this is the building we need to hit, though. Just because it has a reception. Okay, he's not shooting this turn, which is fantastic. This guy's running up. Shield is doing its job, that's fine. And the smoke is clearing. Okay, that could have been much worse. I want to start by moving mishaps here and seeing what's this way. Okay, that's what I was worried about. We've got guys in our back area. 43% chance to hit. I'll take the shot. Good shot. That's him injured. We're in cover. We're at long range. I've got Marvin Innie to intervene later in the turn if I need to. This guy here, I'm pretty sure Toasted can kill with a shotgun blast. It's only a 37 times 3 because there's this piece of cover here, which is very unfortunate, but I don't want to jump out. This is too dangerous to just leave someone sitting here for a turn. I mean, I could jump out, take a shot. That would leave me with 19 TU. I don't know if that's enough to jump back over. 53 minus 46. We should have enough TU. But if we don't, I've made a huge mistake. We can throw a smoke grenade if I mess it up, but I want the guaranteed hit. And then back over. Excellent. And then step out of cover. Perfect. That was textbook. We're gonna blow this wall now. Okay, we've revealed a guy, and we've revealed another guy. Now we need to take this guy out. Unfortunately, we don't have a good shot on him from here, but I think we have we've got no good shot from him here either. That's okay. I'm gonna bring. We're just gonna flash this guy and rush him essentially. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna smoke him with the shield, maybe. What I'm basically hovering on here is crossing this road is really deadly. There's no cover laterally, so we need to start our turn on this side of the road and end our turn in here. We don't want anyone sitting out in the open between turns. If we flashbang this guy, he's basically out of action. 0% chance to hit on you. I could bring a steer to here and flashbang him, and it means the steer's ready to break out next turn. I just feel like I'm wasting a turn. I could just run Asteria across if I really wanted to go, but then she wouldn't get a shot on him. We could bring... I mean, if I put Fat Newbie here, he's got no chance to hit. If I put... I can't unfortunately check what Fat Newbie's chance to hit would be from here. But from back here, it's a 0% because that's in the way. From here, it's an 18. I'm just not sure if I could... I mean, she doesn't have line of sight on him, actually. Well, she does. It's just minus 20 from the smoke. So I think Fat Newbie has a shot from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Cam to climb up here. And I basically wanted to check if there was anyone in our backfield. And there's a guy here who is a problem. I can't shoot... So I can't shoot him and be in position, but what I can do is move to here. So Cam is now watching this angle. Mishaps is watching this angle. We've already shot this guy. The smoke was the correct play, kind of, but it's messed me up a little bit before this turn. The other option is we grenade him and flashbang him. I'm not interested in capturing him. I can't do that. I'm just looking at what tools I have available to me here. Toaster doesn't got enough TU to do anything. Okay, I think we bring a stereo to here. We flashbang him. We grenade him. We maybe even smoke. We probably don't smoke him. Or we flashbang him and smoke him. And then we get everyone in position to move up next turn. So I'm going to bring a stereo to here. And we're going to flashbang. It's very important this flashbang hits. There's a small chance he could hit the fence in front of Asteria. Okay, he is now suppressed. Then I'm going to throw a smoke grenade from SPK. Okay, he is now flashed in the smoke. Fat Newbie 2. I'm going to bring 2 here and crouch so they've got line of sight for anyone coming out of the building. Sorbical, I'm going to move to here. You're ready to go, you're ready to go, you're ready to go. And then we just have this guy here who could potentially shoot at Mishaps. Mishaps has already taken fire this mission, and this guy has an SMG. So I'm going to give him a slightly more interesting target of a standing infantryman, because he has less defense than Mishaps, who is crouching, which should make him a more attractive target, and he can hold that on his shield. Do I want to move SPK forward? I do. I'm going to put them here so that next turn... We spotted someone you know. Next turn, they don't need to just step... It's just like less TU for next turn. Okay, everyone's in position to move forward next turn. We're going to try and get into the building. We need to kill this guy. This guy should be dealt with. Let's end the turn and see how this plays out. I'm trying to control the enemies as much as possible. If I can't get a guaranteed kill, I'm just trying to shut them down. Stunning him and putting him in smoke just means he's going to stand there and take stun damage. Also means this guy can't take shots at us. He did indeed fall for the bait, which is great for us. Okay, I'm going to start off just hopefully Mishaps can take this guy out. Or shoot that. Hit him and didn't kill him. From here, you've got a 53% chance to hit him. Okay, you've got one more shot. Make it count. Okay, that's fine. You're going to need to tank again this turn. That's that dealt with. Now we need to deal with over here. Sorbical is going to drop another grenade. If she could drop it here, it would be fantastic. I don't know if she can do it. Okay, that's great. So he's taking damage and he's taking damage. Yes, we destroyed a computer. I'm not really that worried. So now we need to cross into the building. If I can get Toasted Waffle in position to shoot this guy, I need 19 to do that. I don't want to... The thing is, I'm not too worried about the smoke on my guys. We could... 32. We could run to here and grenade, and we're kind of protected by smoke. We're actually in smoke. It's not great. If there's anyone up here, we are exposed to them. But that's a solution for him. Then we need a solution for this guy. That's going to be Asteria Vox. I think Asteria basically just runs up to him and pops him at point blank range with the shotgun. She should be... She's immune to the stun, and he should have taken enough damage that she can kill him. She's 28 TU to do the good shotgun blast, which she's not going to have enough AP for. So why did I just run her behind him? No. I think this is awkward. I don't like doing this, but I think this is how we play this. Oh yeah, he will have Overwatch. That's the thing to bear in mind. Okay, I'm running Overwatch here isn't the best idea. Okay, we didn't get the kill on him. Let's take this guy out. And we'll work out what to do about this guy in a second. Can I hit both of them with a grenade? Yes, I can. Okay, that didn't kill either of them. That's fantastic. You can get right in his face and shoot him with a 65% chance to hit. Okay, we got the agent. We just need to deal with this guy now. He's actually fallen unconscious. I want to bring a rifleman up, which means we're going to bring Fat Newbie up. Fat Newbie obviously hasn't got a shot here. Fat Newbie does have a grenade, though. Fat Newbie also cannot breathe smoke. Fat Newbie needs 25 to you to throw the grenade. From here, they've not got enough. There's no way they can throw the grenade far enough right now. Oh, no, not even from there. Just from where they are now. No. They can throw it there, but the spread is not good enough. From there, they've got a 62%. They've got a 53 there, so we could scatter into any of these tiles, and we still hurt him. So let's try that. Okay, he's been turned into a blood fountain. That's excellent. Let's bring Sorbical forward. Doesn't matter if she doesn't end the turn in cover. So we've got the breach team is making their way into the building. This is definitely the building the VIP is supposed to be in. So I've got these three. We're going to back them up as well with Fat Newbie, like sitting here to overwatch down this corridor. This has been dealt with, and I don't know what's going on here, but as long as Cam is holding this angle, I'm pretty happy. I just don't want to risk anyone dying here. Let's end the turn. Okay, we've got another cleaner agent with body armor in the back of that room. This guy's moving forward. Okay, he's missing with a lot of shots, which is great. I thought it was a VIP for a second. It's just a cool dude with glasses. This is what I was worried about. The fact that yeah, okay, that's him dead. I hope Cam is now back in the infirmary. Unfortunately, that was a really nasty hit Cam just took, like extremely bad. Okay, this guy here is an issue. I'm just going to blow up all of his cover. 41, 68. Yeah. Didn't hurt him, but he now has no cover. I don't think there's a position where you get a shot on him, unfortunately. 43 is not great, because this door is in the way. From here, you have a 0%. The problem is this guy may... I don't know if this guy has Overwatch or not, because he did move. I mean, ideally, I just, like, run Asteria to here and shoot him in the back. But bearing in mind that he will probably survive a shotgun blast at that range. Okay, he didn't. That's excellent. You moved behind this chair. You're holding this door. We now need to prepare to assault through here and through here. I also want to get Sorbical into cover, which she's currently not, and crouched. We want to blow this wall if we can. And I want to get... Unfortunately, I've destroyed the cover here. The smoke is dissipating. I'm not sure if... I think I actually just want to get Fat Newbie to here, facing this way and crouching, because we've got a wide field of fire here. We're going to blow these walls, make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. SBK and Toasted are going to breach through this door. We're going to try and hold this door. We're going to try and hunt the guy down. So let's bring SBK... I mean, I may as well just bait with the shield, and I can close the door. Yeah, that's the guy we saw at the back. How many turns do we have left? We have 4 turns left. I'm a little bit worried about this move. But I think if I close the door, it's going to force this guy to move out of cover to try and open it. And I don't think he has any reaction. And we did just hack that computer. Let's bring Toasted up behind. And then we'll crouch. So Toasted can shoot over the top of the shield if they open the door. I'm hoping we get the reaction shot. This is basically the door trap I'm setting up here. Asteria needs some cover, but I don't really have anyone to cover her. And Cam, I'm really worried about Cam. But Cam can now move to here. Actually, Cam should have been here the whole time. That gives him a better angle, and he has a stronger cover in this direction. This is looking nice and safe. We also have to deal with this situation here. You've got a 65. You have a 48. There's no chance of hitting him. I would rather that you killed him so you can move. Okay, he's down. The reason I'm thinking about getting Marvinini to move is I can raid this room. So Marvinini move to here. Is there anyone in here? No, but there is a computer. Just get into the room for now, and next turn they can hit that PC. Mishaps, you could potentially hit this room. Just get to this corner and watch for enemies, and then next turn I might run you over to here. Who hasn't activated yet? Fat Newbie hasn't done much. Cam is holding, you're holding, you're holding. We're getting a little bit loose on the ground right now. We're spreading out more than I would like, but I think we're doing okay. This is a big important... If this guy comes and opens this door, then I'm hoping that we'll give him a toasted surprise. Okay, we're now going to have to breach. Okay, there's no sign of that guy. Doors and corners. He could be hiding back here. I do want to blow this wall. I think Sorbical has no rounds left, so I'm going to reload her with high explosive, which means she has enough for one shot on this back wall. Now, I need to be really careful that we don't scatter into Asteria. For instance, if this scatters this way, it's going to hit Asteria Vox. So I'm going to move Asteria to here, and that'll... I was going to say I might hit a shot here, but it was going to give me line of sight into the room. Okay, this is actually fantastic. That is the VIP. So we need to stun him, smoke him, and beat him up. So I want to get SPK to come into the room. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Okay, so we've got... This guy here has used his reaction fire. This guy hasn't. This is the guy that was here, I'm pretty sure. I have smoke and I have a flashbang on Toasted. I also want to beat him up. We can afford to shoot him with the pistol a little bit to soften him. So I'm going to move to here, shoot him. Okay. Then I'm going to throw a smoke grenade into the room. I actually want it more on him if I can get it. If I can move Toasted here. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to get a reaction shot. That's actually pretty bad for us. Smoke grenade right on him. Okay, that Overwatch fire was quite scary. You have a 52. If you move to here, it's a 72. Right. Well, that was a huge mistake. I was operating under the assumption that he had as much health as these guys. And I was just softening him up with the pistol. But instead, I may have just committed a war crime. Which doesn't look good for the Xenonauts organization. At all. I really did not mean to do that. That's pretty bad. But you know what? An operative made a decision in the heat of combat, and that's just how it played out. So we're just going to get out of here. You've got enough to throw a smoke grenade at them. Okay, I'm getting really sloppy here. I didn't mean for Asteria to get shot. I just wanted her to smoke these guys. And she hasn't got enough TU to get out of the way, but they're standing in the smoke at least. I think I may have just killed Asteria. Alright, let's grab what we can and get out, I suppose. You're holding here. Let's get you to run to this computer. Grab this. How greedy am I? We might breach that room next turn. Can you get to here? Get to here and tell me if you can see anything. Okay, I want to grab this and get out next turn. You're bleeding, but you should be fine. You're holding here, which is good. You're holding here, which is fine. Let's just see if we make it through this next turn. I made a lot of mistakes in this mission. These guys should... Normally they'll just pull out of the smoke. He's not in the smoke, though. Okay. Toasted is bleeding out, but should be fine. So I'm going to get Toasted to run to this computer, grab the hard drive, or the drive, and run to here. Actually, he can finish his turn here, because then SPK can cover his back. Like this. Okay, and then Asteria just needs to GTFO because she's almost dead, and I'm a terrible commander. And she's going to spend another week in the infirmary. We'll leave these two here to hold for anyone coming after us. I'm going to reload you to have smoke rounds, however, and I'm going to smoke this area here to protect these two that are extracting. I'm going to take a huge risk and open this door, and we've got two computers in here. Okay. Okay, and then just get you back out. Close the door behind you. I'm going to get Mishaps to run in here. Oh, we've got two computers in here. I can't not turn down this opportunity. here. And then get back out. Can you get behind this container? No, you cannot. I'm going to take the risk and just run you as far as you can go. Alright, we've managed to grab okay, we've grabbed enough drives that it makes up for the operations loss that we didn't get from extracting the VIP, because I got trigger happy and killed the man that we were trying to capture. That should be enough. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I know Cam hasn't acted, that's okay. We just need to get everyone back to the dropship. I know Toasted is bleeding. We're going to be able to heal him next turn. Yeah, I know Toasted is bleeding. It's all good. Okay, Toasted has a lot of health left. If they can finish the turn here, though, Fat Newbie can heal them. This is why I like having my Assault Troopers having tons of TU, because they can make moves like that. Okay, Toasted is no longer bleeding out. I want you to face this way. That's actually a really good angle. Asteria, just get into the Sky Ranger, please. Okay, let's drop some smoke here to make sure that doesn't happen again. That's fine. Sorbical, you're going to carry Asteria out of here. So drop the grenade launcher, drop the ammo. You need to be able to carry a body, because we're going to try and save her life if we can. I doubt it's going to happen, but we're going to make the attempt. I'm not leaving her behind to be captured by the cleaners. And not after something like that just happened. I was so wanting to not lose anybody this mission. Okay, let me just check positions. Oh, you need to get out of here. Okay, let's run you to... You can't quite get there, that's really annoying. But if I get you there, I don't think you'll be able to turn around. But you can get to here. And then turn around to make sure you're facing the enemy. And that just leaves Cam and Marvin Ninny, who needs to get out as well. Marvin Ninny cannot jump over this fence while carrying the shield. But what I think I'm going to do is drop the shield. And now Marvin Ninny can route this way and take over there. You can't jump through windows or jump over if you're carrying a shield, but now Marvin Ninny can. And I think we can get everyone back to the Sky Ranger next turn. Cam can get back inside. Mishaps can get back inside with 33. This team may not be able to make it all the way back next turn, but we should be pretty close to getting out. Yes, I know Cam hasn't done anything this mission. Well, he did kill a guy. Too many casualties, unfortunately. There he is, the murderer. I'm gonna make sure Cam... watch out, enemy reinforcements have started arriving. Time to make an exit. Yeah, so the timing, we couldn't have timed that any faster, really, any slower. We were right on the edge of our time limit. Here come the cleaner soldiers. I don't want to tangle with them. They're too dangerous. I think we've done well to grab all the data drives that we have. That makes up for the operation. It would have been great to have had the VIP as well. It also would have been great for Asteria Vox not to die. But to be honest, I killed Asteria Vox by messing around in this doorway. That was just really bad play on my behalf. I should not have moved back and forward in front of this doorway, especially having not scouted what was inside. I should have smoked it. But, you know, we learn from these mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect at this game. I'm definitely not. I definitely make a lot of mistakes. Almost lost Cam there. Please kill this guy. Thank you. Okay, you can get out of here next turn. Mishaps, you can run out next turn as well, so I want you to watch this direction. Sorbical, run to the body. Pick up your teammate. She is not dead. I refuse to believe it. Oh, actually, that gets me the armor back as well, which is even more important. If I'd left Asteria Vox's body there, we'd have lost that Warden armor, but now we actually get it back. Run to here. Next turn, she can run into the Sky Ranger. You can also run to here. Can you not go over the top? No, you can't. Can you come around this way? Yeah, you're fine to run to here. That means you can run to not quite all the way around the corner, which has me a little bit concerned. Do you have a smoke grenade? No, you don't. If you can't make it all the way, I think I'm just going to finish your turn here. So next turn you can climb over and you should be able to run in from there. You're just going to run in because you don't have any weapons. Okay, next turn we just bug out. Who's this who hasn't activated? It's Mishaps. Mishaps is covering this angle. I'm just going to crouch her so she's a little bit harder to hit. Everybody else is out of line of sight of the enemies. We've still got smoke over here. Cam is safe. Cam has enough TU to make it in. Ooh, actually, maybe not. Cam, we may be waiting a turn for Cam, but I think we'll be okay. The enemy are closing in on us, though. We need to get out. Okay, we need to move fast here. First things I want to check, can Fat Nobby make it? Yes, go. And don't get shot crossing over the top. Damn, if there was a reaction shot there, I would have cried. Okay, let's get Toasted in. Let's get Sorbical in with their precious cargo. Let's get SPK in to cover the doorway with the shield. Then Mishaps can fall back to this doorway. And watch outside. And then we just need Cam to make the run to here, which he can do, and we can get out. Oh, I can't believe we lost a soldier. That shot was the karmic punishment for faffing around, which is what I did too much of in that mission. But at least we got out. Tactically a disaster, strategically it was probably a great victory because we walked out with so many operations points. Alright. So Asteria Fox was unfortunately KIA. I'm really sorry that I've lost yet another soldier. We're losing a soldier per mission at the moment, and I cannot keep up with the attrition. SPK is out for 3 days. Toasted is out for 17. Mishaps is out for 11. Cam is out for 20 through no fault of his own. But that's just how it goes. We've got 8 cleaner data, which is really good. So we're up to 171 op points, and Doomsday's down to 64. I think I'm going to just buy this guy now for 105. That reduces this to plus 4.5, which means we are now massively overtaking the enemy. I want to start trying to get rid of some of their supporters now, and continuing to bring Doomsday down. But let's just let time tick forward. We'll bring the team back, and we'll see what the game has in store for us next. I think I'm going to have to dip into our funds and buy a couple more soldiers, because I currently only have 3 combat capable soldiers. So I'm going to grab a high TU soldier, a high oh god. Probably Sarah Young beats Vance. It's the strength I'm looking at. I think Vance has less TU, unfortunately. Vance only has 41 TU. She has 47. I like actually, I want to get both of them. They're both terrible. So I've got Vance. I'm going to get these 3 soldiers for 60,000. I might actually get a 4th. Let's get another high TU soldier. Yeah, these 2, William Thompson and Joseph here, both just scream assault. High TU, low accuracy, and I've got 2 high accuracy. We're just going to have to refill our roster a little bit. So that's 4 more meat for the grinder on the way to the base. They'll arrive in a couple of days. At least I guess we recovered the Warden armor. I was taking the pressure off on Doomsday, so I'm hoping I can start to turn this around. Okay, let's speed time up a little bit now that we are out of the danger zone there. Halal Snackback has been refueled. Let me just make sure we did get that Warden armor back. We've got 2 produced. We should have another 6 under construction. 5. I think we lost the Warden armor. That there is an option, I think, to strip equipment, maybe? No, they don't actually count as having it on them, do they? If I just do this, and I select a soldier, and I go to armor. Yeah, I've only got 2 armor here, and 5 under construction. I think we lost that armor. I need 8, so I'm gonna have to lay down another one. That's more money I didn't want to spend. It's also didn't get any more junk to sell, so we just lost a whole ton of cash on that deal, unfortunately. Okay, at least we'll have more armor for the team in the next time we send them out. We're now up to 103 op points. We now have 4 more soldiers on staff. So let's just have a look at what we're looking at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I've got 7 healthy soldiers, which means we can afford to let people recover. SPK, Tweda, King of Gurai to some extent will be back on station soon as well. We've got 103 op points. I could actually grab this guy here, bring Doomsday down by another 2 per day, but we're going to have to bring Doomsday down first. We're going to have to do another reduced tension before I do that. Once we get this guy, though, for 175, which will take a little bit of time. Doomsday will be ticking up so slowly that it won't really be a problem anymore. So we're just going to hold on doing the reduced tension until the next mission pops, because we can do what we just did here and make use of the reduced tension from that mission to make it a little bit easier on us. We're just waiting to see what comes up next. Tweda and SBK are now back in action, so we've got almost a full team. More Warden armor has been produced. Okay, we've got a UFO over North America. 2 airliners were just shot down, and we have detected that UFO on time in our area. Okay, one thing I can do in this new version of the game is I can turn back on the ambient sound effects, which we didn't have for that last mission. And we should be able to intercept this UFO without needing to worry about that high-pitched noise that's been fixed in the latest release of the game. So let's intercept. It is a scout. This is a much harder target than what we fought before. Previously, we have been fighting probes. This is our first manned enemy UFO. This could be quite tricky. We're going to try and attack it though. So it's just our ship with no gun, with no rockets, up against an armored scout. We are more maneuverable than it. It has longer range than that. So we're going to start off with afterburning, and then we're going to try and roll its shots if we can. Oh, I tried to dodge that. I missed. We should be able to out-turn fight it now. We should be able to out-turn fight it. Yes, we can out-turn fight it. There's nothing it can do once we get behind it. Okay, we shot down the UFO. Ra took some damage, but I did a great job. So we have now shot down an enemy UFO, which means we have our first crash site. This crashed UFO is likely to contain valuable alien technology and resources. Deploying a combat team to eliminate any surviving extraterrestrials at the crash site will allow recovery to begin. I think we also got a doomsday reduction there for shooting down the UFO. This will be the next mission. We have 1 day 8 hours to respond, so we're going to put a team together. We're going to hit that. We do have a decent roster of soldiers to go into this, and 4 new names will be joining the team for the next mission. So if you can forgive me for all of the mistakes I've made, this could be a good turning point for the campaign. We've finally got Doomsday, I think, under control. We've got a really good income to Doomsday increase ratio, and we're going to start turning that around very, very quickly. For now, though, I'm going to take a break because if I go into this mission now after what just happened in the mission we just finished, I might be a little bit tilted. So I'm going to take a break, and I will see you in the next video. I'll try and get it out to you as soon as possible. I've been trying to get these videos out quickly, just got a lot going on at the moment, so I'm not able to play as much as possible. I've started playing Riftbound a lot, which has got me wanting to download League of Legends again, which I really don't want to do. So pray for my soul there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the fantastic comments. I'm reading all of them and the suggestions, and hopefully I'm addressing them in the videos well enough. I'm struggling to keep up with the comments in terms of replying to them, but I am trying to do it. Please, be safe, etc., whatever. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now.